nobody made a sin. Hebrews 12 and 16, but you can start at verse 10. Let me tell you something, righteous ways is given, and the truth will set you free. Give me the strength like Moses when he parted the Red Sea. I can bear the meal of heathens already peace. I can bear the meal of heathens already peace. Searching for my identity, blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies, friends turn to frenemies. Situations living in, got us needing dividends. The Lord work, I will defend. One day I will descend. Searching for my identity, blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies, friends turn to frenemies. Situations living in, got us needing dividends. The Lord work, I will defend. One day I will descend. Scriptures, baby, keep 100. No need to get your feelings, baby, I know you want it. Cause you can make a difference, baby, you know who want it. Cause you need some submission, baby. 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 If you want it, hey, you can get these scriptures, baby, keep 100. No need to get your feelings, baby. Keep it real with me. Cause I'm keep it real with you. Submit yourself, yeah. I'm a new brand times two. Connecting the cover to the ones who stay true, who stay true. Israel better than you stay true. God's on me, I would never forsake you. Glad the Most High that made you. Around me, I'm feeling like Blade 2. Plus I'm out your race too. Might be out to race you. God would never race you. No, don't wanna replace you. So don't let the devil play you. Cause the Most High you already know. You need some submission. Trying to be the center attention. Can't play with them, really live just telling people. Penny pinches, governments, blowing riches. All my people on against me. Keep it 100. Cause we playing with them fakers. Gotta crawl before you walk. Connect to the Savior. Can't be worried about what's going on. Cause the Most High in the corners. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. If you want it, you can get these scriptures, baby. Keep 100. No need to get in your feelings, baby. I know you want it. Cause you can make a difference, baby, you know who want it. Cause you need some submission, baby. 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 If you want it, you can get these scriptures, baby. Keep 100. No need to get in your feelings, baby. Hey, 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 hey. We out of here.
In the building. Alright, let's get on back into this scripture reading, man. Hey, Tim, where we at with it, man? Where we at with it?
Numbers, Numbers, chapter 15, verse 15.
Alright.
Now, the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, verse 2, speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you come into the land where you are to live, which I am giving you.
We started over? We started chapter
verse 3.
Nah, we didn't start. What did we end? Hold on, Tim. Wait a minute, Tim. Wait a minute.
You supposed to do 15.
Wait a minute, Tim. Wait a minute.
I said chapter 15, verse 15.
Do he need one of these?
I said chapter 15.
You said it right, but when you start reading, you read in verse 1.
Hold on, Tim. You didn't even know you did it. Hold on, so you really did it.
Okay.
He didn't even know he did it.
Numbers.
Hey, hold on, man. You know everything.
Chapter
right,
15, verse 15.
Yes, sir.
As for the assembly, there shall be one and the same statute for you of the congregation and for the stranger who is a resident alien with you, a permanent statute throughout your generations. As you are, so shall
So
the
wait a
stranger
minute, what's
be.
going on? Who's talking to who, man? Somebody tell me what is going on here, because I really don't know.
I think that God, the Most High, is talking to His children, letting them know how to serve Him.
Ah, now when you say talking to his children, you mean who?
The ones that's left.
You talking about the nation of Israel, or you talking about the whole world?
No, they say Israel.
Oh, the nation of Israel is who he's talking to right now. He ain't talking to the whole world right now.
He's talking to his chosen children. His children.
Oh, okay.
Nobody else's.
Oh, I got you.
His babies.
All right. And he just telling them what to do.
He's telling them how to serve. He told them, I want some offerings, and I want. He told them exactly how to give them and exactly how to do it. I mean, he was putting down the law of how he wanted them to serve him, or how he wanted to do these offerings. Each offering is a special offering, and each offering he told them exactly how to serve it up to him. He said, I want you to do it like this, and add a little bit of this, and I want it to be a sweet aroma when it goes up. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he was just putting the law down. He wanted his people to follow and how he wanted them to serve him. How he wanted his praises sent up. These are not just, just offerings. These are praises to him every time they send something up. This is his ordinance. This is his law. These people are doing what he told them to do.
Yeah.
But why you don't do that now? That's so weird that we was chosen people. We don't burn no rams and no lambs and no offerings. But I mean, they say Yeshua came back to establish the law, not get rid of the law. So that's the question that runs through my mind a lot. I'm like, why we burning lambs?
Somebody tell them why we don't have live offerings no more, or live sacrifices.
That was kind of Yeshua.
Huh? Because we did have an ultimate sacrifice, an ultimate live offering. So
Yeshua.
who was the ultimate live offering?
Yeshua.
He did. Like, you know how they say die for everybody's sins? Well, it's not like
everybody.
It's not dying for everybody's sins, but he did have the ultimate last live
Sacrifice.
That's right. It's a live offering. So it's a little different.
So no offering was done without blood, so he was considered a live offering.
He was the ultimate sacrifice, or the ultimate offering. Ultimate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So why do we keep getting sacrificed every day? Hung on trees, shot, all kind of shit. Why do we keep doing the Jesus thing? I don't understand that part too. I know we all are his children, and we all supposed to go through what he went through. And we don't know we're living examples of Yeshua by now. We just need to be slapped in the head with a pistol, because we are living examples of him. Because they hang us, they strip us, they cut us, they do all kinds of things to us. For us to be so-called violent people, and they so-called fear us. Wouldn't that have happened like 400 years ago? That we would turn on them and take all this shit. I would think the most aggressive people would be those that were abused the most.
Yeah.
But we have to be God's chosen people, because this got to be a punishment. Because the turnaround would be we do them like they did us, but that's their greatest fear.
Nah, they don't want that.
Yeah, that's their greatest fear. They fear that we'll do them like they did us, but we don't have no desires to make slaves out of them.
All right. Well, Tim, let's go on and get on back into this thing, man. We're just going to get back into it. What else you got to say to us?
Numbers chapter 15, verse 18. Speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land to which I am bringing you. Verse 19. Then, when you eat the food of the land, you shall lift up an offering, heave offering to the Lord. Verse 20. You shall lift up a cake made of the first of your ground grain, which has been made into dough, as an offering to the Lord. As an offering from the threshing floor, so shall you lift it up. Verse 21. From the first of your dough, ground grain, you shall give to the Lord an offering throughout your generations. Verse 22. But when you unintentionally. Verse 22. But when you unintentionally fail and do not observe all these commandments, which the Lord had spoken to Moses. Verse 23. Even all that the Lord has commanded you through Moses, from the day that the Lord gave commandments and onward throughout your generations. Verse 24. Then it shall be, if it was done intentionally without the knowledge of the congregation, that all the congregation shall offer one young bull as a burnt offering, as a sweet and soothing aroma to the Lord, with its grain offering and its drink offering, according to the ordinance. What did I say? Ordinance. And one male goat as a sin offering. Verse 25. Then the priest shall make atonement for all the congregations of sons of Israel, and they will be forgiven, for it was an error, and they have brought their offering by fire to the Lord, and their sin offering before the Lord for their error. Verse 26. So all the congregations of the Israelites will be forgiven, as well as the stranger who lives among them as a resident alien, because all the people were involved in the error. Verse 27. Also, if one person sins unintentionally, then he shall offer a female goat 1 year old as a sin offering. Verse 28. The priest shall make atonement before the Lord for the person who commits an error when he sins unintentionally, making atonement for him so that he may be forgiven. Verse 29. You shall have one law for him who sins unintentionally, whether he is native born among the Israelites or a stranger who is living among them as a resident alien.
Now that's important. That's important.
Verse 30. But the person who does anything wrong willfully and definitely, as they say, indefinitely, right? Mm-hmm. Whether he is native born as a stranger, that one is blaspheming the Lord.
Blasphemy. So, all right, this is somebody tell me in their own words. This is important. I don't want to just skip on past this. Somebody tell me in their own words. That was just ground rules. What was the ground rules?
So basically, they gotta do a sacrifice, a sin offering, or
Now, I just really want to, this right here, I'm finna read it to you. It says, for him who does whatever by mistake, there is one Torah. So that means there's one law.
One law.
Both for him who is native among the children of Israel
And the strength.
and for the stranger who sojourns in their midst. So what does that mean to y'all?
So that means sin is a sin, basically. Saying, like, even if you do it on accident.
Right. Now, 30 says, but the being who does whatever defiantly, whether he is native or a stranger, he reveals or reviles the Most High, and that being shall be cut off from his nation of people. So them are two different verses. So what you said was, it was close but not correct. What y'all get out of that?
I think I honestly got the fact that sin is sin. It's fair game. Whatever you do, it's a problem. So back in the day, you would have to make an offering and come back to the Lord and be forgiven and brought to a preacher to be able to access, your time with the Lord. And even if you was a stranger and you was living with somebody you wasn't an Israelite, you would have to do the exact same thing. You don't have to follow every law of the Israelites because you're not our people, our chosen people. You know what I'm saying? You don't got the same agreement as we got. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of don't know. But you do have to follow one law, which is if you do sin, you got to come back to the Lord and, get forgiven.
Right, because the nation of Israel, we can sin. It could be by mistake. Our sin, not purposely, but by mistake. They say, okay, well, it's only one Torah, so go ahead and get your forgiveness in. You understand you made this mistake, you're good. You ain't cut off, you're good. But let it be that other motherfucker that you call yourself being a part of the nation of Israel, but you sinning defiantly, you sinning on purpose. You know that you sinning, and you just don't give a fuck.
Right.
These are two different kinds of people.
But also, it was also...
You get cut the fuck off.
Right.
Yeah, and it was also, in a way, saying, like, it was trying to help out other congregations anyway. Like, even the Lord kind of planned in a way of reforming other people to, like, structure themselves differently, even if they wasn't going to be part of the, like, the people. It was like, even if they sin, they should be cut off.
Why would you say that? Let me get some clarification on you. Let me see what you're saying.
The line that says right here where it says, but if the person who does anything presumptuously, like he's...
So where you at? Give me the scripture, the verse.
Verse 30.
Right, but the being who does whatever defiantly, whether he is native or a stranger, he reviles the Most High, and that being shall be cut off from his nation of people.
Yeah.
So that means that if you trying to do that sin, you call yourself being amongst the nation? No, you can't be amongst the nation. You cut the fuck off. You're going to get your ass on that way because you ain't following the laws of the Most High. That's why in the previous verse he say, hey, it's only one Torah. It's only one law. Yeah. So the nation of Israel got to follow it, and the strangers who sojourn among the nation of Israel, they got to follow this law too.
If you hanging out, you got to...
Yeah, so if you're not among the nation and you're a stranger, you're a friend, you just you're another nation, you just come to hang with us, guess what? You got to follow these laws too. Period. Because the Most High made the whole world. He made every nation.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it was saying even if you was in a different nation, that nation should cut off the people too. Like, you cut off everywhere. It's like just like being a snitch.
Well, see, okay, let's get this. Let's bring it to some perspective.
Yeah.
All right? So, being a part of the nation of Israel, what does it mean to be a part of the nation of Israel? Somebody tell me that.
You got to follow the laws and bylaws of the nation.
Yeah, it's a circumcision thing. You got to be circumcised from the inward parts, which means exactly what you just said, and circumcised from the outward parts, which means if you're a male, you got to have your circumcision there. You got to be cut. All right? Mm-hmm. That could be a grafted in. Yeah, you don't have to be blood tied into the nation of Israel. You could be a stranger.
Oh, yeah.
And if you start following the laws of the nation, guess what? You can be grafted in. So, meaning that even if your nation ain't the nation of Israel, once you start following these laws, statutes, and commandments, once you do with your part, you in. You come on and get grafted in. No matter where you come from. Most I say come as you are.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? So, when you say other nation, it ain't no other nation. If you following these laws, it's only one. It's the nation of Israel. If you're not, then you another nation. It's point blank. It ain't no gray areas there. Get what I'm saying?
Straightforward.
Straight up. All right, that's good. That was a good question because a lot of people out there might have had that confusion there. So we need to clear that on up. I love it. All right, Tim, let's get back into it. Where we at?
All right, Tim. Where we at?
Numbers chapter 15, verse 21.
31.
31.
Oh, wait. Can't forget. We at 31.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 31. Because he has despised and rejected the word of the Lord and has broken his commandment, that person shall be utterly cut off. The responsibility for his wickedness and guilt will be upon him.
Yeah. So you get that? That's what it's saying. That's why. It's like because he has despised the word of the Most High and he has broken his command, that being shall certainly be cut off. His crookedness is upon him. Yeah. Go ahead, Tim. We're at 32 now.
Now, while the Israelites were in the wilderness, they found a man who was gathering wood on the Sabbath day. Verse 33. Those who found him gathering wood brought him to Moses and Aaron and to all the congregation. Verse 34. And they put him in custody because it had not been explained by God what shall be done to him. Verse 35. Then the Lord said to Moses, the man shall certainly be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones outside the camp. Verse 36. So all the congregation brought him outside the camp and stoned him to death with stones, just as the Lord had commanded Moses. Verse 37. The Lord said to Moses, verse 38, speak to the sons of Israel and tell them to make for themselves tassels. What does it say? Yeah, tassels.
Yeah.
On the hems of their garments throughout their generations. And put a cord of
So
blue.
wait a minute. Let's talk about it. What's that? Tassels?
Fringes.
We're talking about fringes, ladies and gentlemen. Keep going, Tim. Let's start that over. 38. Speak to the children of Israel.
Numbers chapter 15, verse 38. Speak to the sons of Israel and tell them to make for themselves tassels on the heels of their garments throughout their generations, and put a cord of blue on the tassels of each hem. Verse 39. It shall be a tassel for you to look at and remember all the commandments of the Lord.
So this is what your fringes is for. You're supposed to get fringes if you're of the nations. If you're of the nation of Israel, get your damn fringes and put them on your garments on the bottom of the borders of your clothes. And these is for what?
To
remember the
your
commandments.
tassels.
Yeah, what like Tim said, your
This is basically to let you know who you are, or let other people know who you are, if they don't know, or if they want to know.
Well, what 39 say, and it shall be
I think it's
for you,
Say it again.
yeah, and you shall see it, and shall remember all the commandments of the Most
I
High,
was just finna say it. I think it's
and shall do them, and not search after your own heart and your own eyes, after which you went whoring, so that you remember and shall do all my commandments, and be set apart unto your father. It says your Elohim, but Elohim is your father.
Elohim, yes, sir.
And I, the Most High, am your Elohim, your father, who brought you out of the land of Mizraim. This is the land of Egypt, to be your father. I am the Most High, your father. Hey, that just powerful out of this book right here, man. You know, I just had to read it first. But Tim, go ahead. Go ahead and start at 38.
38. Hit it, Tim, hit it.
Speak to the sons of Israel and tell them to make for themselves tassels on the hems of their garments throughout their generations, and put a cord of blue on the tassels of each hem. Verse 39. It shall be a tassel for you to look at and remember all the commandments of the Lord, to do them, so that you do not follow after the desires of your own hearts and eyes. Desires after which you use to follow and play the prostitute.
Oh, wow.
The prostitute.
The prostitute.
Ew.
You know, the prostitute.
Verse 40.
I'm in a horn.
Get with a horn. Stop, y'all stop horn.
So that you may remember to do all my commandments and be holy, set apart to your God.
Set apart.
Verse 41. I am the Lord your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am the Lord your God.
Yeah, but you know what? Just like how the Most High do, he come powerful, boy. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? And he always, let the world know who we are. Like we his people. He let the world know how much, not only let us know, but let the world know how much we mean to him. You get what I'm saying? That's some powerful shit to me. Every time I hear shit like that, see, I told y'all a long time ago when we start reading this thing that the Most High be stamping shit. He get boom, he put his stamp on it.
Hell yeah.
And right here, he did it again.
Put his stamp on that.
Yeah, he put his stamp on. I'm your father. He keep on telling you.
Your father.
I'm your father.
Hey, people ain't
Stop going around looking at, using your eyes and shit, looking at all this other shit.
Stop whoring after other nations.
You know what I'm saying? I really want to go around. This is good.
Out.
I want to go around the table, man, and talk about this shit real quick before we step on out. Yeah.
Get him, Cash.
I got. All right, Cash, go ahead and tell me what you got out of this chapter.
I like this chapter. It shows that the Most High is forgiving when you unwillingly do stuff, but he's not forgiving when you doing stuff deliberately.
That's right.
And I also liked how they finally mentioned tassels or fringes that we have to start putting at the bottom of our garment.
Yep.
So what are these fringes? See, people be talking about what are these. Wait, talk about this for a second. What are you talking about?
The tassels at the bottom of the border of your clothes. Like, what are they? What's the question?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. For people who don't know, when they be seeing us walking down the motherfucking street with this shit dangling outside our clothes, we tell them what it means.
What it means.
It let us know what our commandments and make you remember to follow them.
Okay.
Law, statutes, and
All right, good. Did you like the chapter?
Yeah, I liked it.
All right, good, Divine. Talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie. The first part of the chapter, I was so confused. I ain't really knew what was going on. But the second part, I liked how it showed that on the Sabbath, like that, you know, when it was talking about the man working on the Sabbath. That's also proof that we ain't supposed to really be doing too much work on no work at all on the Sabbath. And that shows how what could happen back then if you do that
Today too.
Yeah, basically.
Ooh, yeah, he got stoned.
What they do to him, Devon?
They stoned him.
They stoned his ass.
Stoned the dude. But that let us know how real this stuff is. Working on Saturdays and stuff.
Yeah, that
And
was
then-
wild.
That's what they low key is.
Yeah, that, you know, I got that out of there. And then on top of that, the pharynges and all that.
Yeah.
That was cool.
6 stones.
Alright, well.
Stones.
Well,
Different types of offerings.
Well-
if you have this. And
well. Hold on. Did you like the? Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute.
I like the end of it. The beginning
Did
of
you like the chapter?
it. The end of it, yeah.
Okay, the end of it. So it's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, somebody, you was here, brother D. Was you here at the beginning of the first chapter?
No, I missed the first part.
You missed the first
I missed
part?
some of the first part, but yeah, I got to know most of it though.
Okay, cool. What did you think?
I loved it. It was beautiful. It was great. It was grand. Because like I said, I mean, he just started off teaching his children how he wanted to serve them. He was like, this is what I want y'all to do. Y'all want to serve me. I want y'all to make this offering, and I want y'all to make it sweet and sweet smelling. And he just wrote it down to him, and he was like, look, I want y'all to follow these commandments. You know, this is what's gonna happen to you if you don't.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, the first one that broke the law on the Sabbath day and went to work, they took him outside the camp and stoned him.
That's how important this thing was, man.
Yeah, so I mean, God is not a play God, and people that think He is, you know, y'all better wake up and smell the coffee, because He's not playing this year.
Ooh. Man, you
I
said
passed it on to Tim.
You said it. Tim. Now, Tim was our reader, you know what I'm saying? Let me give Tim one of these right here. He did a good job. He only had a couple of stuff on his overall. You got an 80%. All right. Hey, yeah.
80 ain't bad.
No, 80 ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? All right. So, Tim, tell me what you got out of this, what you think.
I think it was something important that we needed to learn. And I really enjoyed the chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me a highlight. What did you enjoy the most out of it?
The part with they was with the Rams and they was with the covenant.
Okay. We're gonna go right on here. Trella, what you think?
Well, I truly did enjoy the chapter, and I liked how God signed his signature at the end of it. But also, I do feel bad for those that were colorblind at the time. Finding a blue thread must have been hard as hell.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Ben, talk to me.
I thought this was a big chapter, for real, deeply speaking, because it's talking about how the Most High was like furthering stamping his name and who he is to the whole world, and not just like us, you know what I'm saying, to the whole world. Talking about like at the beginning, talking about the sacrifices and how even when like how the natives got to do the sacrifice, and even when the foreigners come, they got to do that too, just to like further show like this shit real. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was cool. And then leading into the Sabbath, talking about that part where bro was doing stuff on the Sabbath and how he got stoned and stuff. And that's like, again, furthering like showing people like this shit real. you know. And then going on to further time about the tassels that we supposed to be wearing at the bottom of our clothes for generation upon generation.
Mm-hmm.
To further again show that this shit real, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought this was a big chapter, all in all, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. So,
Very good, very good.
yeah, he retold that. He said he did that. He did that. All right, man. I love the chapter. It was great for me. You know, so I learned a whole lot.
Me too.
You know, it was informative, very educational, I might say.
Very.
You know, my favorite part of the chapter is when he stamped it. He put his stamping seal at the end of that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That is my favorite part. You know, I always get worked up. You know, when the Most High, you know, let the world know. First of all, let us know that He loves us. So, you know what I'm saying? And then let the world know that He loves us. So, you know, I love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I want to know why this ain't talked about more is my whole big thing about this shit, man. Because right now, the nation of Yisrael following the law, statutes, and commandments, and all of this Old Testament shit seeming real important. Like, motherfuckers dying over this shit.
Ben died though, like
You know what I'm saying? So
old pack.
why ain't this being talked about like it's supposed to be? That's my big thing. Why the nation of Israel and keeping these laws, statutes, and commandments ain't being talked about?
I know why.
Because us as a people don't know who we are.
I got a hint.
Tell me, I gotta know.
We ain't stuck on that Jesus juice. They can't get no further than that. They drinking it like Kool-Aid out there. They can't get no further than Jesus. I mean, hey, Yeshua saved our lives, and we ain't gonna go no further than that. I mean, like I said, we're gonna die from the lack of knowledge, and like I said, my people die from the lack of knowledge. It's in the book. You can read it.
No doubt.
It's in there.
And that is some of that bullshit, man.
They die from the lack of knowledge. They don't want to dig no further. They don't want to go no further than what the preacher tell them. Oh, the preacher said it, so it must be true.
Yeah.
That's
And
not.
you know what? They've been talking this old Jesus Jew shit for years too, ain't they, man?
It's psychological.
Yeah.
Because it's not. If you're actually reading a book and you really know what Yahshua was really talking about, he was saying that I don't do any of these miracles. All these miracles that are done by my Father. I don't take any of the credit for this.
So
And
basically,
what he told them, don't follow me. He only gave the disciples, the 12, he told them to do what I do. And all the rest of these people follow you for.
Right.
He told the 12. He said, I got 12 disciples. I said, y'all follow me, y'all do as I do. And then the foot washing was the proof of it. He said, I'm a king and a God, and I'm washing your feet. So what do you think I want you to do? I want you to serve, damn it.
Mm-hmm.
Serve. So, I mean, he was trying to give him a point.
Right.
You know, if I'm a king and a God, I'm washing your feet. What do you think I want you to do? If
Exactly.
you're not able to do what I do,
Because we
You
are
can't follow me.
servants of the Most
he
High
said,
at
if
the
you ain't
end
able
of
to
the
do
day.
what I do, don't follow me. You can't follow
Yeah.
me. If you
Yeah.
follow your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, you can't follow me.
Shit.
No, you can't do none of that. But if you
Hey.
following a preacher, you know you can't follow me. I didn't tell you do that either.
You supposed to be following the Most High and observing these laws, statutes, and commandments. You supposed to be learning what them shits is. You supposed to be applying what them shits in your life, all them shits in your life. You know what I'm saying?
They heard them ear-itching words, them 2 words. Love God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. 2 laws, but it's 600 and something in the Torah, ain't it?
Well, you know, it is. This is something that you sure
broke it
he'll
down.
set into.
You broke it down
It's the
to 2
Ten
laws.
Commandments. It is 10 Commandments, but them 10 Commandments got a lot of shit in them. So the Torah breaks down all them 10
laws.
Commandments,
Yeah.
and it tell you why you ain't got no business doing it. It really gives you great detail on
sir.
what the fuck you supposed to be doing, what
And
this
what you
whole
not
life
supposed to
thing
do.
is all about.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying? It goes into the. I don't know why
All you
people.
gotta do is read it.
I don't. They can't be reading the Bible.
Nah,
they can't
man.
be reading the
I
scripture.
told you they don't let Jesus.
I
they
just
give him a
can't
pass.
understand it. They don't
Jesus gave
understand
him a
it.
pass. He's like, Jesus gave me a pass. I don't have to do shit now because Jesus gave me a pass, and this is
No.
I cannot sin no more because He covered all my sins.
Right.
I can't do no wrong no more because He covered all my wrongs. But look, the preacher ain't telling no difference. So it's like when you see Christians,
So they ain't being correct.
Hey, when you see Christians do booty shaking, you know good and well it's over.
Well, see, now I ain't gonna bash on no.
I ain't gonna bash booty shaking.
I ain't gonna bash nothing. No. Right. No doubt.
I'm not talking about the actual booty shaking.
No, this ain't got nothing to do with booty shaking. I ain't talking about booty shaking. I'm talking more so Christians.
Right.
I'm not here to bash.
They don't bash him.
No, I ain't here to bash no other belief system.
No, because all of them right.
We just putting the truth out.
Right.
We just putting the Bible out. And hey, this is what you're waiting on. Everybody knows that this book right here is old. But guess what? This awakening new. Hey, and we out this vid.
You ain't 11:22. Y'all know what it is. Everybody looking for their identity. Searching for my identity. Blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies. Friends turn to frenemies. Situation we living in got us needing dividends. The Lord work I will defend. One day I will descend. Searching for my identity. Blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies. Friends turn to frenemies. Situation we living in got us needing dividends. The Lord work I will defend. One day I will descend. Gotta move with the same space. Used to be a free agent. This ain't days we living in, and we all subject to payment. See the whole world complaining, gotta hold it down like a basement. Arrogance leave you faceless. The ones on top become complacent. That's obvious and blatant. We can never be adjacent. Bring the truth in like Nathan and tell the wickedness vacant. Them scriptures you should be embracing, so we can kill the lies like Jason. You the prince if you ain't living for the throne. Leviticus 20 and 27, you can't miss. Get them stones ready for the witch, bringing the bliss. The tribes don't go when we bringing the blitz. If you going against, you need to call it a quit. Love everybody, but some of these nations be dissing. Stop responding until you get the message. Searching for my identity, blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies, friends turn to frenemies. Situation we living in got us needing dividends. The Lord work I will defend. One day I will descend. Searching for my identity, blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies, friends turn to frenemies. Situation we living in got us needing dividends. The Lord work I will defend. One day I will descend. The only recognition I want is from the Most High. Fight through poverty conditions, so you know I don't lie. It feels like the majority of blacks in prisons fucked up and fell subject to Esau wicked system. Second Peter's 3 and 10 gon' connect you to the end. Why did Sonny bleach his skin? You a sucker by nature. He done took the wrong spin. Esau body made a sin. Hebrews 12 and 16, but you can start at verse 10. Let me tell you something. Righteous ways is given, and the truth will set you free. Give me the strength like Moses when he parted Red Sea. I can bet a meal of heathens already peaked. I can bet a meal of heathens already peaked. Searching for my identity, blessed to keep the energy. Gotta stay from enemies, friends turn to frenemies. need some submission, baby. You need some submission, baby. You need some submission, baby. You need some submission, baby. If you want it, hey, you can get this scripture, baby. Keep on it. No need to get in your feelings, baby. Keep it real with me. Cause I'm keep it real with you. Submit yourself, yeah. So we can make it good. No need to act brand new. I'm a new brand times 2. Connecting the cover to the ones who stay true, who stay true. Yes, Royale better than you stay true. God's on me, I would never forsake you. Glad the Most High that made you. Around me, I'm feeling like Blade 2. Plus I'm out your race too. Might be out to race you. God would never race you. No, don't wanna replace you. So don't let the devil play you. Cause the Most High you already know. You need some submission. Try to be the center attention. Can't play with them really just telling people. Penny pigeons, got the mess, going riches. All my people on against it. Keep it 100. Gotta be done. We playing with them fakers. Gotta crawl before you walk. Take your name to the Savior. Can't be worried about what's going on. Cause the Most High in the corners. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. When I'm broke, you gotta want him. If you want it, you can get these scriptures, baby. Keep 100. No need to get in your feelings, baby. I know you want it. Cause you can make a difference, baby. You know who want it. Cause you need some submission, baby. 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 If you want it, you can get these scriptures, baby. Keep 100. No need to get in your feelings, baby. Hey, 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 hey. We out here.
Representing upcoming conscious music through your studios. Listen, I don't be cooking crack in my homeboy's kitchen. I be about that information, share it with my brethren. You won't see me on no box serving fiends, catching cases. You see me on the web learning about registration, trying to search about my nationality and heritage, then research about history and what this U.S. carrying. I think my people slaves in the days of the Constitution, labeled them as livestock, tagged us, beat us, kept us moving, treated us with brutality and kept the world puking. Then promised slave rights, apologies and retributions. The Negro Act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit sure ill music. The Negro Act is still valid and they using it. That's why I gotta make this shit so real music. Check it out. This is a real nation and I got a message that come from the streets. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer be weak. We can no longer suffer defeat from Edomites be what they want us to be. We gotta be the most high chosen nation, cause that's the nation we was chosen to be. We gotta be the most fearless, but we gotta keep up your laws though. I don't know if y'all can hear this, but I'm spitting you through these bars, bro. If you focus, you can see them. Genocide and I see them. Constantine and his Roman friends at the first council and I see us. But as far as these Romans go, when the deepest all this Bible gets, all the books irrelevant, all through the New Testament, all through the good gospels. That book ain't been right since truth in the Old Testament. We call it book of remembrance. This is just for real with the message to the streets. Is it really real or is it all make believe? Come to think about it, is the system made unsafe for me? It's been killing me repeatedly. It shows through history. I go by Yakobin, 12 tribes representing upcoming conscious music through your studios. Listen, the brainwashing lies, all the schemes that they pitching. If I was free, then why the policies affect my living? Why can't I walk it on my porch, 18 stone on my weed, right in front of the police without them harassing me? They be asking information, invading my privacy, talking about what you doing, officer. I'm doing me. See, you operate in public sector, me, I'm in a private. I got my proper paperwork, we recorded and it's typed in. Can you please respect it? I don't want this to turn violent or call your superior officer before we be fighting. So what a District of Columbia anyway? I think some schemers or some frauds in the USA. So what a District of Columbia anyway? I think some schemers and some frauds in the USA. This year is a nation and I got a message to come from the streets. We can no longer be silent. We can no longer be weak. We can no longer suffer defeat from Ashkenazis trying to be me, trying to say that they're the real Jew. We ain't the only Jewish to me. Judas to see what they do know. Don't you know Jewish for Judah, bro? Don't you know Judas the tribe of the nation against Israel? Who we gon' do this for? We can no longer suffer defeat from Edomites be what they want us to be. We gotta be the most high chosen nation, cause that's the nation we was chosen to be. Yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. They Israel, yeah, united. And I'm your brother, yeah.
You got the lines of Judah on this mom.
Dope, turn that shit up.
Israel United. This the line of Judah. 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 You can hear me through your medulla. I shine more than your jeweler. I spit 12 for the ruler. Scriptures hit them like a Ruger. So keep the commandments. We the light like Yahusha. Got me screaming hallelujah. Time to connect lights and computers. Representing the tribe of Yahudah. RP the big cuz scooter. Life can be taken for granted, but the commandments we gotta use them. We the lions of Yahudah.
I don't know what else to do. We'll start off with Exodus 4:22. The nation that gets away, yeah, come and do the way all my brother ran it with the truth. I put it in prayer, the scripture, the proof. I already know what them demons will do. That's why I be making music for the youth. Ain't got a whole biblical pockets for you. The Bible's the bread and we having feast. Come on, everybody, get you a piece. You ain't gotta get a piece of your peace. Knowledge will wake you up from the beast. That's why I bring the scripture to my people. That's right. To deliver us from all this evil.
This the line of Judah. 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 12 tribes bringing eclipse, and I ain't talking about Luna. Cut them heathens up real quick like some tuna. Gotta prepare for the future, stay complete, and don't worry about the rumors.
Spread the truth, spread the truth, spread the truth, spread the truth. Kingdom of Judah, Kingdom of Judah. Spread the truth, spread the truth, spread the truth, spread the truth. Kingdom of Judah, Kingdom of Judah.
Yes, right, yeah, united. Just your brother, yeah, could be. And it's enough.
No, turn that shit up.
I don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building and we bringing strips today, man. I don't know what else to say. Man, I just don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. But you better make a way, man. I don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building and we bringing strips today. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say, man. But you
taxes on reparations, and they ain't even pay us. The holidays was pagan, and we stopped eating pork. And all that sinning they been doing, I'm thinking that life too short. The most high hero pop a script and he'll come say today. She prayed over a piece of pork through Dennis, cause ain't no way. I'm in the steward 12-12, yeah, we high as eagle skin. Good gas from Miss Cigar, cause I'm plugged in by Mexicans. I shot from the tour when I'm a script, and I'm trying to re-up. My God versus your God get beat up. Look what happened to each
The tribes on the rise, you better pick a side. These laws do or die, this fire striking from the sky. All praise to the Most High, spiritual powers multiply. Ain't no shame in my game, cause the devil was a lie. Futurama with these balls, cause the meetings gotta fly. False doctrines being spreaded by religious corrupts and word of Most High. Pray that every demon die. Blow the trumpet for the 1/3, keep commandments high. Stay aware of Esau, cause they spreading them lies. Israel proving all things to open your eyes. Matthew 5:17, you can never despise. It's time to birth a new nation. 12 gates, 12 angels protecting your life.
But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building that we bringing strips today, man. I don't know what else to say, man. I just don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. But you better make a way, man. I don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building that we bringing strips today. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say, man. But you better make a way. But you better make a way, man.
So friends that will never lose them. Day I see them soon. My granny died too soon. Hey, you know I see her soon. Now I be making bands for all my fans. Everybody mad cause they see me down bad. Everywhere I go, that's where I'm tryna be. But everybody know that I am on my grind. Everybody turn and everybody leave. Nothing been the same since I got this fame. Now I be fighting demons trying to catch me a blessing. Now everything is out of love and we get neglected. Now I be fighting demons trying to catch me a blessing. Now everything is out of love and it get neglected.
Hey, flex like Johnny Bravo. Watch me swerve this beat like it's a track car. Yeah, we be outside, but we ain't in the streets. We preach that Bible. Focus on these payments like a trampoline. I'm trying to take off. Most I be that one we stepping folks, so please don't even try. KJV my heavy metal. Guess that's where my lifestyle be. Don't compare me to these other niggas. I'm strapped with no leads. I talk about no gun. I'm strapped with the scripture. I'm trying to fuck with the streets. Don't come for the niggas, cause we really step for real. Yeah, my brother step for me.
I don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building that we bringing strips today, man. I don't know what else to say, man. I just don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. But you better make a way, man. I don't know what else to say. But you better make a way. We them tribes in the building that we bringing strips today. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else to say, man. But you better make a way. But you better make a way, man.
Not claiming sense. I am so blessed. Do not regret. I got a tech. He using play over your head. That shot so bright. I see the hype. I hope you pray that night the dawn is chasing the light. You better live your life. Don't waste no time. That's not right. Open the Bible slowly. There's no rushing to dice. Keeping the family close. The energy righteous type. I don't make this shit up. Scripture connect to heaven. Heaven family book out. Spreading out with Kevin. Israel United podcast Mac 11. Don't give out bullets. Message is the preference. AIJ way, there's no play in this brain. LMAO, Satan try to find a way. IDK know why me the peace I keep. Why me the peace I keep.